Morning, everyone. Matthew would be different. It's Tuesday, the 9th of May. And today, I was reading my devotions and scriptures and things and kind of meditating on God's goodness today and how good and faithful He is to us. And to me, He's really blessed my life with an awesome family, wife, financially. He sustained us. It's been incredible. Anyway, so as I was focusing on that, I hit across 2 Corinthians 7, and interestingly enough, before the chapter begins, this particular Bible version is called The Voice. It says something pretty interesting about marriage, and it says, the most important partnership in life is marriage. There are other kinds of union, but the union of husband and wife transcends any other. God created sexual intimacy as a unique gift to marriage. Its purpose goes beyond pleasure and procreation. As a man and a woman join their bodies together, the Spirit does a unique work of binding these two individuals as one person. But the involvement of the Spirit is not possible when a believer is intimate with a non-believer. They are not filled with the same Spirit and cannot experience the fullness God intends. Paul's instructions are practical, simple, and clear. And I find it interesting, especially the part where its purpose goes beyond pleasure and procreation. As a man and a woman join their bodies together, the Spirit does a unique work of binding these two individuals as one person. So, God created sexual intimacy between a man and a woman to be special and unique, because as you're intimate with each other, your spirits, your minds meld together. They come together, and you are joined to that person. And so that's why sexual promiscuity is it's so common these days, and people find, well, I'm never going to find that special person. I'm never going to, and the problem is that when you have sex before marriage, before it's intended to happen, I'm just as guilty as anyone else, so I'm just explaining it from my understanding, is that your spirits bond together, and so you're still bound to that person from long ago. You may not be married to them, but some part of you is still bound to them, and because of you've had intimate relationship with them. And so that's why, I stress to my kids, I'm like, hey, wait till you're married, and the only thing I can really do is pray for them and warn them about the dangers of being promiscuous. And it's so prevalent these days because it's so advertised on TV. People are having sex with whoever, people are sleeping with whoever, and it's just normal. And the fact is, it is not normal. When I was growing up, that just stuff wasn't portrayed in movies. It wasn't shown. It wasn't, because it was inappropriate. But now it's like the world is getting so bad that every TV show, every movie has some kind of sexual promiscuity, and it's just like, man, when does it end? And the fact is that we don't even have TV in my house. We just have the internet, and we do a lot of streaming stuff just because, frankly, what's on TV is just inappropriate. And my kids think I'm being mean or whatever, but it's so true that it's so prevalent, it's so advertised that, kids these days think it's just normal to sleep around, to be with random people. And I want to encourage you men who are watching this to, love on your daughters and tell them every day that they're beautiful and that they matter to you, and hug on them, even if they don't want it. Because if you don't give it to them, some other guy is going to give it to them, and you want what's best for your daughters, and it's a good influence to show them that this is how a man should love them, this is how a man should treat them. And again, back to the sexual intimacy, it's so created for man and woman and for husband and wife, because you're just so bound together, and keeping it in the marriage and keeping, being faithful and being respectful of your relationship is so important these days. Anyway, all that to say, be blessed day to guys, and focus on what matters, and focus on your significant other, and pay them attention and love on them, because in the end, they're your best friend. That's what's going to matter. Be different today, guys.